Hello, yes, another live hour for you. This is the new one-day special, of course. This is from Pink Frog Crafts. We've got some amazing products for you and some new todays, of course, for the one-day special. We're going to, I believe, have a phone call from Karen as well a little bit later on, but let's have a look at the one-day special itself. We have got for you a pick and mix actually, which is fantastic. Now you can go for any 4 packs. You get 5 sheets per pack. This is A3 Mirri H Card. Now this is something special because I don't think there's anybody else that's providing us with A3 Mirri Card. I really don't. So you've got the mirror and you've got the holographic here as well. Let's go through the options because we have got various different weights depending on the style of the card. So this one here, this is beautiful. This is 240 GSM and this is the mother of pearl. Now depending on how I tilt that, sometimes you see more pink, sometimes you see more blue, sometimes you might see a little bit more white in there. But it's really, really effective, absolutely beautiful. So there's our mother of pearl. Then we have the steel weave for you. This is 220 GSM. This is gorgeous. This is really, really lovely. Very, very effective indeed. Now I've got a couple of sheets there, so let me just move those. Then we have, oh look at this, the holographic sparks, 220 GSM. Let me just give this a little bit of a wobble. Look at that, it really does look like it's sparking and moving. This is lovely. Now then, the others are all 280 GSM. This is the rose gold, such a popular colour as well. You can really see that there, so just flex the card. It's picking up, of course, that lovely effect, but also you can see that beautiful colour there. We've got various other colours for you as well, such as the silver, we've got the gold, we've got the black, the red, the green, the cerise in there, the purple, bronze. It goes on. Everything's on the website because it is a pick and mix. So remember, any 4 packs, you get 5 sheets per pack, so you're getting 20 sheets in total. Great price. These are all A3, all made in the UK as well. £23.99 is the price, £6 saving, 458095 is the item number. Now what can you do with it? You can do all sorts with it. You can of course make your bags. I do believe you get instructions to make various bags. So different sizes, do you know, whether it's a taller bag, whether it's a landscape, whether it's a bottle bag, you've got all sorts of different shapes and sizes. And because of the A3, you haven't got lots of joins that you can see there. You're not having to patch things together. You've noticed already, I presume, on the front here, look how this is embossed. Isn't that amazing? Just sending it through there, embossing, using your tools, whether you're using your embossing mats. There's different ways of embossing, of course. If you've got gifts, how much do you pay for those gift bags? You pay a fortune for larger gift bags. You can make your own, you can personalise them. Just think about the Cricut. If you've just had the Cricut, of course, the Cricut maker, you can cut this on the Cricut machine as well. In fact, we do have some samples that are being cut out on the Cricut. Your dies. Use your dies for cutting out. This has been done with a die. You can see they're personalised, as I say. Look at the depth of the bag that you get in here as well, using the A3. Lots of wonderful samples. We are talking about things like this as well. So your crackers, I believe this is one of John Next Door's templates, isn't it? One of his dies. Not just for Christmas crackers now. We see these at parties and weddings and things when they are allowed to go ahead, of course, be planning ahead. So lots of wonderful things that you can make, and then of course you can decorate up however you wish. So those wonderful colours, do find them all on the website. Choose any 4. If you want more than 4, you can, as long as you're going in multiples. Remember, we are amidst the Easter extra extravaganza as well. We've got that flexi for you, so if your basket totals £30 or more, you can split the cost 3 ways. So if you want to go for more than 4, if you want to say let's go for 8, so put in multiples of 2, that's going to take your basket over, so you can split the cost down as well and spread those payments. 458095, that's the item number that you need for the one-day special. Lots of lovely options there for you. Lovely new todays as well. Really, really lovely. Now we have got more for you because from A3 we've also got some 12 by 12s for you. Now you have got the same colour options, but these are your 12 by 12s, so a great size to work with again. If you're wanting to mat and layer, Of course, very popular size of cards, these 6x6. You just go straight down the middle one way, straight down the middle the other way. You've got your automatic 6x6 there. So great for your layering. With 12x12, very little waste because you can use all those offcuts as well. It's the same with the A3. Do not get rid of those offcuts. Use them as borders, die cut them, punch them, use your electronic machines as well. So once again, the colours there, the weights are the same as we've already seen. We've got mother of pearl, we've got the steel effect, we've got the one that looks like sparks, the holographic sparks, we've got the rose gold, we've got silver, we've got gold, we've got black, we've got blue, we've got purple, pink, green, red, there's all sorts in there. Take advantage of this as well. It's the same, choose any four, £19.99 is the price, item number 052269. And of course that is for your 12x12. So you're getting, I believe, the same amount there in each pack. So 5 sheets per pack, so that's 20 sheets in total for that amazing price. Another new today for you. You can see more samples around me here as well using the 12x12. So you've still got lots of options for generous sized bags there, but also for your card making, your die cutting and all those other reasons as well. Now I've got to just tell you, everything's on a 7-day delay just because of how things are at the moment. Not long to wait at all. Everybody's got so much time on their hands. I'm sure you can be planning all your projects in advance, or maybe if you've gone for the cricket, you'll be downloading the app and designing your designs ready to cut when you get this home. 052269 is the item number that you need. Now we do have some SVG files for you. So for your electronic machines, we've got these available. Let's have a look at these. These are great prices, aren't they? Now you've got options. These are your first edition digital SVG files, just £14.49. I've got some boards to show you as well so you can see what you can achieve with these. So I've got a whole host of these. Let me just show you what we've got. So this one here, these are fabulous, aren't they? Just think of these on your gift bags. Using your cardstock, of course, you can cut out. So we've got good wishes here. We've got yay with sympathy. So those occasions that you're going to need, get well soon, sorry. These are going to be used constantly, you know, whether it's a card, whether it's a gift, whether you want to, I don't know, just make a picture frame or something. It'd be great for that as well. This one here we've got with love. This is our sentiments. Happy birthday, best wishes, thanks, someone special. Do you know, you could also as well snip out the centre there and use the elements separately. If you cut something out, you decide, actually, I want to change that around. You've got the options there as well. The next one I'm going to show you is this one. Now this is very trendy, isn't it? We've got yay again in there. I love that. So words that you may not always use yourself, but the teenagers would use. You can edit the size on your machines as well. It comes as a USB, I've got to tell you that. So you've got the SVG files all on the USB there. Happy days, wow, happy. Lovely that you can size these. You've got fun in there, congrats, with love, hello. Do you know, all those phrases that are just nice to pop on a card, especially now. What about cutting out and just making something nice to pop through the letterbox of a neighbour, just to let them know that you're thinking about them even if you can't see each other and speak at the moment. Then of course we've got this one for you as well. So those shapes, of course, because you can change the sizes of these, you could turn these and nest them together as well. You've got scalloped edges, you've got straight edges as well, so lots of options with that one. More shapes for you here. Oh, I'm loving that heart with a scalloped edge. I love the fact that you can change the size of these. Doesn't that look fabulous as well? This is your shape, so it looks as though the edge has been torn away. If you like that distressed look, you can do this by cutting out. You don't even have to tear it. Then you've got your decorative elements as well. Now that one is upside down, I've just noticed, so let me just turn that around. You've got bunting in here, you've got borders, you've got panels that will go beautifully onto your bags as well. Really lovely. There's so many to go through. We've got so many. They're all there on the website. That one's also upside down. Do have a good look. Amazing price at £14.49. 580693. Now we've also got lots of other cardstock for you. We've got the super smooth, always very, very popular. This is A4 300 GSM. Very, very popular. Every time we show this, and also the guests here use it a lot. Leonie loves it, I love it, Lou Withers loves it, Paula loves it. We've got so many people that will endorse this. 552767 is the item number. If you want the 12 by 12 super smooth, this is great because of course you can also, don't forget this is for stamping on. You can add your wet products as well. If you want lots of water on there, go for the watercolour, but you can add moisture to this as well. It's just a great surface to work from and a great size at 12 by 12. $10.99 is going to get you 50 sheets of this. These are incredible prices. 597103 is the item number. Now, Karen, unfortunately, of course, she can't be here in the studio in person, but she is out there, and we've got her on the telephone line. At least I hope we have. Karen, are you there?
I am. How are you?
Oh, wonderful. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Missing being on, down at the studio.
Yes, we're missing all the guests as well. It is rather lonely, but it's nice to hear your voice, Karen.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. Yeah, having a lovely day. Nice to be representing you here tonight for Pink Frog as well. Tell us something about the one-day special. Why do you love it so much, Karen?
Well, Pink Frog are cardstock. We are cardstock. We're not particularly a lot in dyes, although we are doing some designing for stamps and stuff like that. Ooh. But we are cardstock. Now, having looked through all the internet and everywhere else where Andrew gets me looking, I can only find Mirri H, which is the top quality Mirri. I can only find it in A4. I can find a gold and a silver in a A3, but don't forget we've all got our die cutting machines.
Yeah.
Now I use mine quite a lot. As you can see, I've been cutting out the Mirri H onto it. But when I did a couple of videos, obviously we've all done videos, which I found absolutely traumatic. I don't know how you do it talking to yourself on TV, Catherine, because I found that so traumatic with nobody there, nobody to converse with. We couldn't do it in the office. Andrew is working on a skeleton staff, so there are only a few of us working for the distancing rules, etc. But we couldn't even do it in the office because the reflection on it was so... It was you could see all the ceiling, and then when I turned it one way, it blinded me. Yeah. So we had to go outside. So some of the Mirri H that we've done has been done outside, and you can probably see the clouds reflecting into it. But when you've got that kind of reflection, that is a proper... It's called Mirri H because it looks like a mirror.
Yeah. Fabulous, fabulous, and so many colours, and as you said there, Karen, not available elsewhere. You've discovered this, and amazing colours to work with, and the fact that you've got the different finishes as well. We've got different weights in there. I love the mother of pearl, I've got to say. I love the sparks. It really does look like it's moving. Yeah, that mother of pearl is absolutely... That's a limited edition. What we've got is what we have got. And the reason we're doing it on a delayed dispatch is because Andrew's not cut it into A4s or A3s or 12 by 12. He's leaving it till he finds out what everybody else wants, and it will be cut to order. I see. So, but a limited edition on that particular one. So if you want that, everybody do get that. That's the mother of pearl, the limited edition. Karen, while you're on the phone, you've left us lots and lots of cutouts here because we've talked about the different cardstocks, you know, whether it's the A3 or the 12 by 12, which are both new today. But we've talked about die cutting machines, we've talked about electronic machines, we've talked about embossing, and you've kindly left us all sorts of wonderful bits and pieces here, which I'm going to show while you're actually on the phone line. So everything here has been cut. These are die cut, aren't they? These are all die cut with your metal dies. Yeah, I put them
How
in beautifully it cuts.
How beautifully it cuts, yeah. There is one of the demos that I did a John Next Door die, you know, one of his intricate ones where he did the 3 layering ones.
Yeah.
I've put sticky back on it and put that through, and the card has cut absolutely beautifully, and I've not even had to use any glue or anything because I've done sticky on the back. There are quite a lot of things in there that are from the digital files, so I know that we sent you the digital files whiteboards that tell you what's on each one, but they were in 2 separate envelopes that I sent to you, and you would be able to tell the difference because with a metal die cut, if you feel the edge, it's chamfered, it bevels over. Yeah. On an electronic cutting electronic cutting machine.
We have actually, I've got everything here. I didn't want to take them out of the bags beforehand in case I've got anything mixed up, but we have got, these have actually been cut on the Cricut. so we can see exactly what you're talking about there, Karen. But with the Cricut, with the electronic die cutting machines, obviously, I'm going to have to tear the bag a little bit. Obviously, you can resize. You've seen the SVG files that you've got on offer as well. You can resize, you can cut, you can do various different things. And also, you can download, of course, the app, the Cricut, so you can create your own designs as well as use designs that are ready for you. So things like this, I mean, we could never afford to buy enough individual metal dies to create so many different designs. So what you can achieve with the electronic machines is just incredible. And the fact that you're offering those files as well, the SVG files, at a great price, I've got to say. You can achieve so much, but all on this cardstock. There's the mother of pearl. So not only can you cut out, but you can also emboss at the same time, or cut out and then send through with an embossing folder. So you can do multiple things to the cardstock as well.
It's still keeping its quality. It's not mirror-like, because obviously you'd need it to be able to, with a mirror, you move it to and fro to reflect the light. But even when it's embossed, it's still highly reflective.
It certainly is. I've just spotted this actually. Look, so if you see there, this is the mother of pearl. And you can see they're just cut out with the electronic machine, but then sending the card through and embossing onto it as well. Look at the difference that it makes. But what I can say, just in case you can't pick this up, I must tell you, because I've done this so many times myself, and Karen, you'll say the same thing. Sometimes with certain cardstock, you send it through the embossing machine and it splits the card.
Yeah.
You haven't got that here. So it's going to score beautifully, it's going to emboss beautifully. We're very busy, particularly on the mother of pearl actually. 20% of the stock has got limited edition on the mother of pearl. We do have to point that out. Karen, thank you very, very much. I am going to be doing some live demo in this hour.
That's wonderful, we are privileged.
Not because, for the only reason that you said that it was difficult with the reflections and the sunlight and all those different things, but we have got lots of your videos which we will be seeing at some point during the one day special. But I'm no Karen Keats, but I'm going to try my best.
You are better than me. Right. We're all the same, we have all our passions. Can I just mention one thing, Catherine?
You can.
That I don't want anybody to be disappointed with. I have used 2D embossing folders. I would suggest that the 3D embossing folders that are out there, they will break the cardstock. I don't want anybody to be disappointed.
That's simply because there's so much depth in them and the weight of the card as well. It's nothing about the quality. But you can, do you know, to be fair, Karen, now you said that, when I did show that there, I did wonder if that was actually a 3D embossing folder, because the depth and the detail that you're getting and how it works with the cardstock was just incredible. It really, really was.
No, I've only used 2D, but a 3D has got they've got absolute amazing depth in the 3D, and I know that a lot of people spritz the card. However, with a Mirri card, with Mirri H, it's a coating, it's a film on top of it. Yeah. So if you push it too much through, as with the 3D, you will break it. Please, if you're wanting to use it for 3D embossing folders, I think you're going to be disappointed. Okay. 2D, it gives you just because it's on 2D and the reflectiveness of it. You don't need 3D to get the shine and the reflection, but please don't buy it if you're thinking about 3D embossing folders. I don't want any disappointment.
Look at that there, with 2D embossing there, you can see how beautifully that actually picks up. And also you can emboss with your scoring tools as well, and a lot of these scoring mats have embossed areas on them as well, so use your ball tools, do all those different things as well. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much, Karen. It's lovely to hear you. I do hope we get to see each other again soon, but obviously stay safe, and thank you for just coming on and keeping us company just for a little while.
You say, everybody else out there, stay safe. You drive carefully on tonight, Catherine. I know it's been a long day for you.
Oh, thank you, Karen.
But
thank
take
you so
care,
much.
everybody. Miss
Thank
you all.
Oh, lovely, Karen there. Now then, we're very busy on the one day special. You are saving £6, £23.99 is the price. Let's have a look at the website, because it is a pick and mix. So of course you've got lots of different options here. You've got those different finishes, you've got those different colours there. You're going for any 4. There are 5 sheets, A3, remember, A3 sheets here, any 4 packs. There's 5 sheets in each, so you're getting 20 sheets all together. Now the weights will vary. Each one, if you look at it there, you can see the weights individually on the different colours. So Most of them are 280 GSM, but we have got a 214, we've got a 220 there as well. That doesn't mean it's any less quality, it's just the difference between the cardstock and the coating and the way that the cardstock's put together. Right, okay, now then. Oh dear, I hope I don't mess this up now, Karen. We have got lots of other things for you also on the website. Things like the red liner tape, we've got the collal glue on there as well, we've got all the different cardstock. Do have a look at everything, look at the reviews as well. I've got to pick this up because if you haven't seen this before, you'll get with this also 2 quickie glue pens. Now if you do have your smaller pots, use this for filling your smaller pots. Don't try just using it straight out of the big pot all the time because it's rather heavy. But what a great buy this is. £19.90. You are saving £18. So it's not quite, but it's not far off half price. And those 2 quickie glue pens as well. You are getting a litre of collal glue. And that's a multi-purpose glue. It goes onto all sorts of surfaces. Cardboard, felt, leather, wood, glass, oh, and more. It just goes on. 065991 is the item number. The red liner tape I'm going to be using in the demonstrations. We've got various different thicknesses there. We can bring the details up there as well. And you're getting more on a roll than you would normally see. In fact, in total, 120 metres. There's 30 metres on each roll, and you are getting 2 6mm, a 9mm and a 12mm. Great to have those different widths as well. Don't forget red liner, not just for sticking things together, but also for if you want to run a border down a piece of card, you can put your glitter on there, your gilding flakes on there as well, your flocking, all those different things it works for. Right, now then. I believe you do get the instructions to make various different gift bags. That's what Pink Frog have done before. I should have checked with Karen, but I'm pretty certain it's included. If it isn't, you can get it. You can get hold of it. They will let you know on Facebook. Now I have got bits prepped. Now this particular box that I'm going to do is actually called a portrait box. That's because, is it a portrait or a landscape, this one? It's a landscape, I believe, this one. Yes, it's the landscape. So it's going to be longer rather than taller. There's 4 different variations of box that I could show you with the A3. Now for this particular box you need 2 pieces. 2 pieces of A3 card. Now I have got mine prepped, but of course it's important to show you how to score it. So what I'm going to do, I've got mine ready to go. I've just got to apologise now. If Maggie Moore is watching, she's going to be cursing me because I've forgotten my Teflon tool. You should really use your Teflon tool, but never mind. Right, okay, now I know when Karen demonstrates she has an A3 scoreboard. I haven't got one, I've only got a 12 by 12, but that's fine, I can still work with it, so it doesn't really matter. Now what I'm going to do first of all, and you do get this all on the instructions, I'm going to score at 2 centimetres. I'm just using a ball tool to do my scoring. So 2 centimetres right down, right through the cardstock. Then I'm going to score at 6 centimetres. Now the 6 centimetre one doesn't actually have to go all the way down. You'll see why in a little while. So I'm just going to stop around there. I'm not going to give a set size as such because it's personal choice really, but you'll see why this is important. Then I'm going to score at 10 centimetres and go all the way through to the bottom. So I've got no problem doing that all in one sweep on my 12 by 12 board, but then I'm going to turn around. Now this is important, on the instructions it says turn right, so I think it looks back to front to you. So this is my right hand, so looking at the overhead now you can see I'm going to turn like that, okay? And when you've turned it right, you're then going to score again at 8 centimetres. So I'm going to score down. And because I've only got a 12 by 12 board, obviously it's not long enough, so I'm just going to move it up, make sure it's butted against that line there, against the edge, and then I can just continue down. So I've scored that all the way through. Let me just move my board. Now the option I've gone for is the steel one, the one that looks like the steel. This is a lovely effect, look at this. Now 10% of the stock of this one has gone already. Now I don't know if Karen does this in exactly the same way. If I'd got my Teflon tool I would be using it, but I haven't, so I'm just going to use my fingers. You do need to make sure that you've got nice creases. So your Teflon tool would of course then creases perfectly for you without marking that Mirri card. It's not going to leave those marks on there. Now there's the line that I scored that I didn't go all the way to the bottom, you'll see why I've done that in a little while. It actually helps your box fold and gives a little bit of a give to it. Now I am just going to flex that backwards and forwards a little bit. Turn this back over. And I'm going, now you've got all your different score lines. All you need to do with this particular one is cut away this corner here. You're going to do 2 pieces exactly the same, by the way. So let's take that corner out. Just make sure I snip that all the way through. And on the second line that's gone all the way through, I'm also going to cut that as well. So just up to the score line that goes right across. So I've now got that flap, the longer flap, and I've got my hinge there as well. So really lovely card this, and it scores beautifully, it folds beautifully. Now I have got 2 that I've prepped earlier, so I'll bring those in. So I've done exactly the same thing with both pieces, and you can see where I've taken the little notch out the corner there. I've put where the border is above, because you've got that crease, I've put some of the red liner tape there. Now another tip from Karen, and this is Karen's tip, and it works every time, especially if you've got the Teflon tool. If you burnish the backing of the red liner tape, burnish it down, you know how it clings to you, it sticks to you? Well, it doesn't do that. I've just tried it with my finger. Look, it works, and that's with my finger. Right, now then, I'm just showing off now. Got to make sure I get this right now. So what I'm going to do is put this together, and I'm just butting up there, sticking that down. So we've now got the one piece. Now this, if I spin that over now, you can see that as I fold over that edge, and I'm working from the fold the other side, that is going to line up perfectly for me without having to sort of jiggle it around and mess about with it. It's just going to fold over. So I'm going to burnish that piece as well. Remove it. There goes my tool on the floor. Never mind. This is why we have Karen in, not me doing it. Let's take the backing off the tape there and fold that in. And again, let's just get that lined up. Now, if you wanted to play it safe, you don't have to take the red liner off the tape all in one go. Just take a certain amount of it off and peel it as you go. But what we've got there is the basis now to our bag. Now you can see why those score lines that go so far down are important, because it allows that fold. And then at the bottom we've got our flaps there that are going to fold in. So you can go with your little ones in first, then one of the larger ones, and then of course you can secure the bottom with your tape, which makes a really good strong base to that. Now there's so many ways you could trim this up. Punch a couple of holes at the top, some ribbon through there. How beautiful does that look with the card? I will stick the bottom together in a little while. But I just wanted to bring in actually 1 or 2 of the pieces that Karen left me, just to show you again what you can achieve. So let's have a look at this bag here. The Embossed Mirri. So using your embossing folders, remember your 2D, don't go with your 3D, go with your 2D embossing folders. And of course, you've got some wonderful effects. If you've got A4 embossing folders, then obviously you can do big panels all in one go. I'm just looking for something that's going to work really. Oh, let's go with that black one. Look at this, look how that's embossed. Isn't that fabulous? Look at that, that is beautiful. So just to mount that onto the front of my box there, look at that. Gift tags, your bows. This, I believe, now is that the black or the gunmetal? We've got a gunmetal and we've got a black. I think that's probably the black one actually. But you can find them all. I think that's the gunmetal. Is there a difference? Can you see the difference? No, maybe it is gunmetal. Let me try this one. No, that looks the same. I don't know which one Karen's used, and she's not written it on the back, but they're all there. They're all there, black or gunmetal. Black is obviously a little bit darker. The gunmetal's got more of a silvery, greyish sort of tinge to it. But if you want this particular piece here that I've used, that is the steel weave. That is absolutely beautiful. Over 10% of the stock has gone. Do take advantage, new today's. And of course we've got that extra advantage of having our flexi for Easter as well. Let's hear all about the event.
Welcome to Hochanda's Easter Extra Flexi event. Join us from 6 p.m. Thursday the 9th of April to 6 p.m. Tuesday the 14th of April, as we'll be offering you an extra special treat to help ease the cost of your Easter purchases. All of your crafting favourites will be here with us, celebrating the Easter break by demonstrating and showcasing their latest products. So, not only will we reduce the Flexi Basket value from £60 to £30, but you will also be given the opportunity to spread the cost of your purchase over 3 exciting Flexi Buy payments instead of 2. So get cracking and take advantage of our Easter Extra Flexi event from the 9th of April at 6 p.m.
Yes, do take advantage. Now, very busy on the one-day special, of course, brand new today. We've got colours here. Some of them, well, one of them especially, is limited edition, the Mother of Pearl that you can see here. This is absolutely beautiful. Now, you are getting 5 sheets per pack. This is a pick and mix, so it's any four packs in any of these. So you've got the Mother of Pearl, but that is limited stock on that one. Not limited in the fact that we haven't got much left now, but it's a limited edition. That's the way I should put it. Limited edition on the Mother of Pearl. Just look at those colours. How effective is that? You're going right through from the blue to the pink, almost to purple there. As I'm looking at here in the studio, depending on how the light catches, I'm seeing the white in there as well. It's absolutely stunning. Then from the Mother of Pearl, we've got the steel one there, the steel weave. Let me just pop this one down so you can see it. That's the one that I used in the demonstration there. It is beautiful. Oh, one of my favourites, the holographic sparks. I've just got to flex this as well. Look at those. Don't forget, now then, I've just make sure that I say this correctly, because the templates that I'm talking to you about to make those different gift bags, and there's 4 of them, 4 completely different styles, is included when you get your card. You don't have to download it. There is help there on Facebook from Karen and anybody else who, you know, from Pink Frog, who's there available, but you will get the details of how to make the different bags. Love the effect of the holographic sparks. Then we've got the rose gold here as well, which is absolutely gorgeous. That is a beautiful colour, so on trend at the moment, the rose gold. It just seems to have been around for a while and it's still going strong. It works with so many different colours. You've got the blues in here, you've got copper or bronze colour in there, you've got black, you've got gunmetal, you've got red, green, purple, there's a pink, a cerise or a fuchsia in there, I don't know which is the official name. You've got the gold and the silver there as well. All can be found on the website. The GSM of the, I'll call them the solid colours, where it's just one colour, they're 280 GSM. Then the ones with the finish on vary between 220 and 240. The Mother of Pearl is 240 GSM, the other 2 are 220. But you saw me use a 220 GSM cardstock there to make that bag, and how beautifully it holds its shape. Die cutting, embossing, your electric machines. Don't forget you get your templates as well. 458095 is the item number for the one-day special. But we've got more for you, because another new today, the same colour cardstock, the same finishes, available in a 12 by 12. I love 12 by 12. There's so much you can do with it. The fact that you can split this into quarters, so you've got equal pieces with no waste. If you want those layers at 6 by 6, cut it in half, fold it in half. You've got a beautiful base there. But if you're just matting and layering, die cutting, embossing, because this is a mirror card as well, and it's Mirri H as well, so you know the quality of this. Think about things like your alcohol inks as well, and your alcohol pens. They will also work on the surface. So if you want to send some of this through an embossing machine, or an embossing folder I should say, and then bring out the detail with the alcohol inks as well, you can do that and change the colours. There's so many ways of working with it. Just as with the A3, this is a pick and mix for you as well, so you're choosing any 4. You're getting 5 sheets of the 12 by 12, all for $19.99, so that's 20 12 by 12 sheets for $19.99. Again, if you want to go for multiples, you can. Just make sure you put the right amount into your basket. And once again, let's just say you want 8 different colours there, and there are more than 8 to choose from. Then that's going to take that basket over the £30, so you can split the cost down. And you've got lots to be going at, making your gift bags in advance, maybe for Christmas or whatever occasion you need to. 052269 is the item number. That's what you need for the 12 by 12s. Now we've got a few more things to tell you about as well. We're very busy for the super smooth. I'm not surprised. Always busy for the super smooth, because, well, we endorse it here at Hochanda. We all like to use it. Leonie is a big fan of it. Paula is a big fan. Louis is, so am I. We're here, all those guests. Julia Watts, I know she is as well. You get 80 A4 sheets here. This is this seriously is an incredible price. $10.99, 300 GSM. You can stamp on it, you can ink it, you can spritz it, you can do all those wonderful things with it. Use it as a construction card for your bases as well. 552767 is the item number. Then we have, now these are such a handy size. 15 by 30 centimetres. Why is it handy? Because you can fold it straight in half and you've got a card blank. You can score in different ways, make your Z cards, your gatefold cards, do all those different things. Again, 300 GSM, 150 sheets for just $14.99. 906395, that's the item number for you. Then we've got the watercolour card. Now this is another fabulous card that is endorsed by people here. We've used this in so many shows. We like to use it because it does its job. 280 GSM, 80 sheets is what you're getting for $19.99. Just £12, so I'm saying just £12, just $19.99 because you're getting a £12 saving. That's an enormous saving there, 422157. And being watercolour card, you can really saturate that. You can just throw all sorts at it. Spritz it, your water, oh, it's just fabulous. Right, you can stamp on there as well. I do remember that because although it's a watercolour, it's not too dimply, if that's the right word. Now, I'm just going to tuck away one or two of the items there. I must remember which bags they go in. I'm going to bring in, if I've not buried it, some of the 12 by 12 because with the 12 by 12, do you know, I might have to pinch some off the counter because I've buried it somewhere. Just bear with me. Am I all right just to dash off 1 second? Sorry, everybody. Really sorry. I am here. I'm coming back. I don't want Kirsty to have to run around with me because we're trying to keep our distance, you see. Right, now then, thank you, Andy, if you're watching, I'm sure you are. I was sent some of this, but it's buried. So I've just pinched this, I'll put this back. Right, 12 by 12. This is the mother of pearl. Now, you see me make the gift bag earlier on. You are getting the free templates for that. But I thought, you know, what else can I do? Let's take it right back to basics, because I remember from doing my workshops that there were so many people that didn't have a clue how to make gift boxes. They just didn't know how to do it without having boards that did all the measuring for you or full instructions written out. So I'm going to show you, I wouldn't say foolproof as such because you can always make mistakes, but I'm going to show you a way of making a very simple square gift box without having to do ridiculous amounts of measuring. Now I do know that my metal tool fell on the floor. I've no idea where it's gone, so I'm going to use the end of a paintbrush. Right, first of all, I've got my 12 by 12s. Now, when you think of making a box, normally what you find is the lid is larger than the base because it has to fit over the base. So what's the best way of working with it? Well, I want my 12 by 12. I'm going to stick it this side. I can cut it down if I want. In fact, no, I am going to cut this down because I want to prove a point to you. So what I'm going to do, before my paintbrush runs away, I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to take 2 inches off my cardstock. Now, what I would suggest that you do is trim both pieces exactly the same first. So let's just take 2 inches off one side, and this is important. There we are. Keep that because you're going to use it. Turn once. Doesn't matter if you go left or right, but you need to trim away from the other direction, because if you go a full twist, so to speak, then you're going to be taking off the same side essentially as you've just done. So you're back to a square. You just need to make sure you need a square. You keep a square for this particular box. So I've taken 2 inches off each, off 2 different sides. So I'm going to do exactly the same with this piece, simply because you'll get less confused if you treat them initially both in the same way. So let me go again there. I've taken from this side 1 turn, and then take the same amount off the other side. So I'm just going to trim that through as well. Do not, whatever you do, throw those bits away. They are so useful. So I'm back now to having 2 pieces of card exactly the same size. But because my lid needs to be a little bit bigger than the base, I need to change that. So what I'm going to do, just because you can get mixed up, I'm just going to put L for lid on that one, and I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. Then for the base, I'm going to come back in, and my board's trying to run away now. and I'm going to cut a little bit off. Now, I don't give you an exact measurement because you don't need it. I'm saying a slither, but let's say 2 to 3 millimeters, no more than that. So I'm lining that up with my cutting base there, and I'm just going to cut through and take that slither off. Now, the next bit is extremely important. It's the same as cutting your cardstock down. You just do one turn. You mustn't cut off opposite sides, otherwise it won't work. You've got to do one turn and trim the same sort of amount off the other side. So we've got 2 little slithers that have gone. You may find a use for those. Everything can be used. Just think about it. Now, so just so I don't get mixed up, I know I put L for lid. This is B for base, just to make sure that when I score this, I'm not going to get mixed up. Now, I want quite a deep box. So I'm going to score now at 1.5 inches. Oh, found another tool I can use. So let me just put this down on my mat. 1.5 inches, I'm just going to score down. I think I've had clay on the end of this. That's why it's been putting a mark. It's not the card, it's my dirty tool. Oh, Maggie's going to be cursing me. So I'm just scoring all the way through on each side, 1.5 inches. And because my card, and this is a very easy box to do, I'm going to do exactly the same with the lid. So 1.5 inches again. And it is important that you don't get the two mixed up, although you would be able to work it out afterwards. So I'm really taking it back to basics here, but lots of people have never made boxes before. So what I'm going to do now is just score along each of those lines, and even though I haven't got my Teflon tool, you can see that this scores beautifully. It's not splitting the card at all either. You can see that. That is absolutely fabulous. If you're doing this at home, I would suggest, if you haven't got the Teflon tool, do use a tool and really, really score these lines. You'll get a much better finish. So I'm just going to do the same thing with the top and the bottom as quickly as I can, because I don't want to just keep repeating everything, so it does get a little bit boring. So one more fold. So I tend to score this first of all and fold it so it's nice, nicely folded. Now you will see, of course, you've got a little square in each corner, which I'm now going to cut into. So what I'm going to do is just cut along the score line up to the next score line, just work from line to line, and I'm going to take a little notch out into the square that's in the corner. So you take that little V out, do the same on every corner. So I'm going to quickly do that. Because I've got 8 corners still, because there's the lid and the base, I'll just give you the details that are on the screen again as well. Remember, I'm using the 12 by 12 Mirri card here. I'm using Mother of Pearl, which I know has been popular. It is a limited edition on this one, so do grab it while you can. Lots of colours to choose from, but a great price. Remember, it's a pick and mix, so any four you're going to get. The different packs there, 5 sheets in each pack. It is a great price. I know myself, because I've had a shot. I know what I used to pay to get cardstock in, and I could only get A4 in the different Mirris. And per sheet, and this is going back some years now, we used to have to charge at least 85 pence per sheet for an A4 and upwards for quality card. So think about it, you're getting 20 A3 sheets or the 12 by 12s here. Right, okay, so I've taken the little notch out, all of those corners. This is where your red liner tape comes in again. Just find the end of it. I'm using the thicker one you get in, the different widths here. We'll bring the details up for the red liner for you. You could be using your collal as well, but for the boxes I'll do like the red liner. 120 metres in total. So what you're getting there is 2 rolls of the 6mm. You're also getting a roll of the 9mm, and you're also getting a roll of the 12mm, which is exactly what I'm using here, which is a great width, a nice thick width. Remember, you can use this for your glitters and your flocking and your gilding flakes as well. Oh, if I'd have thought about it, I'd have brought some gilding flakes. Just as I'm sticking the tape onto all my corners, I don't know if there's anything else I can tell you about. The A3 is at the bottom of the screen, so remember that's your one-day special. I'm using the 12 by 12, but the designs or the colours are the same. I do love this Mother of Pearl. Every time I turn this round, I'm seeing different colours. I love it. I'm going to, yeah, if you were looking at one camera, We're on camera 2 there. Now we're on the overhead. Look at the difference, and I'm not moving it. Let's do that again. I'm not moving, look. Look at that. It's incredible. It really, really is. It's absolutely beautiful. And as you've seen there, it doesn't split when you score it. If you're embossing it, use your 2-dimensional embossing folders and you get those beautiful effects. Right, okay. So I'm just going to burnish. I'm using Karen's trick again there. Sorry, Maggie, I've not got the tool. I've not even got a pokey tool to get the back off. They'll never get me to do this again, will they? I bet Karen's sat at home in hysterics now. What is she doing? What is she doing? Actually, it does really work if you burnish because it's not sticking to me. Normally, I'm kind of flapping my hands about trying to get the back of the tape off. So I'm just pulling away the back in there. I thought one had stuck to me then, but it hadn't. Last piece. There we go. I've got no nails. I've got absolutely no nails left. Right, so now just fold in those tabs and obviously match up the edge with the fold that you can see there. The fact that you've taken that little notch out makes everything sit nicely without bits and pieces sticking out, and it does hold beautifully. The red liner tape is all you need really for the boxes. It's absolutely fabulous. It's holding it beautifully. Now, without looking at that, I'm not sure that's the base or the lid, but you can see that beautiful, beautiful effect that you're getting from the card. Look at that, you can see the white, more the white there, you can see the reflection, the blue, the pink, the purple coming through. That is actually my lid, because it's got an L on it. Let's hope this is going to work now, otherwise I'm going to look rather silly. Let's just burnish the back of the tape on this one as well. Take that off. Karen, I like your trick, it does work. The amount of times I've been there flapping my arms around trying to get this backing off the tape when it sticks to your fingers. Right, okay, so the same thing there. Just match up your corners. Match up your corners. Remember, I took 2 inches off 2 sides of this, so it was basically, I made it into a 10-inch square before I started the box. Now that's got the B on for base, so that should be the smaller one. Let's just check it works. Yes. There. So you've got a very nice fit. It's not too snug, but it's not too loose either. Just taking that slither off. If I bring in a couple I made earlier, just so you can see the different sizes. This one with the sparks, the holographic sparks, that was a full 12 by 12. I then took an inch off, so it was 11 by 11, which made this one, which is done in the gold. And this one that I've just done now was 10 by 10, which has made the next size down. So you can make tiers of boxes and make them, build them up like a wedding cake as well. So that looks really nice. There you are. So that's the 12 by 12. Let's have a look at the options on the website, of course, because there are lots to choose from. We have got the silver, the gold, the gunmetal there, the red, the green is there, the pink. It's a beautiful bright pink as well. We've got the purple, we've got the black, we've got the copper, the blue, the rose gold, the holographic. The sparks are there as well. Don't forget the mother of pearl, the limited edition as well. Oh, it just goes on and on. Now, that's the 12 by 12, the 1-day special. Let's give you the details for that as well. The same colour options, but of course you've got the A3. So you've got a saving on this as well. Look at that £6 saving, £23.99 is going to get you any 4 packs, 5 sheets in each pack, so 20 A3 sheets in total. Various different GSMs, do check them. I can tell you the mother of pearl, which is our limited edition one, half the stock has already gone. This is the launch show. So if you really, really want the mother of pearl, you need to be quick with it because I don't know that that's going to last throughout the 1-day special. 458095. That's the item number. There we go. Now then, how much time we got left? I have got more demos prepped. I'm sticking with the boxes, to be honest with you, because, well, I've got them prepped. That's what I've got prepped. And you get all the instructions for the different boxes. Which one shall we go for? I might do a bottle bag. I might do a bottle bag. I've thrown my tool away. I've no idea where it's gone. But never mind. We'll sort this out. Now I have got the bits that are prepped as well, she says as she's looking for it. So I've gone for the blue, it's kind of a royal blue. It's really, really nice. There you are, look at the sheen on that. This is something special. Now this particular colour is 280 GSM. As I say, you can see the different sizes on the website. So I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. Now remember, Karen uses an A3 board, but if you haven't got one, if you've got a 12 by 12, you can still go with that one. If you've got an A4, you could still use that one as well. I've got a feeling our Kirsty floor manager might have spotted my tool. She seems to be crawling around on the floor, over there somewhere. Excuse me, I've just got to reach. Thank you, Kirsty. Even though it's still not a proper tool, it's better than what I was going to use. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do here, this is the bottle bag. Again, two A3 pieces. So I'm using centimetres, and this time I'm going down the full length of it, so the longer length. So I've kind of got this portrait way up. So I'm going to score at 11 centimetres. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go all the way down at 11 centimetres, and because my board runs out there, then I'm just going to move that up. As long as I make sure that's butted on that edge, I can just sort of pick up on that same line and continue that score all the way down. Then I want to score at 16.5. Now 16.5 is kind of that little fold that's on the spine, so I don't need to go the whole way down on this one. So 15, 16.5, that's there. So I'll go so far down. It's not a set size here, but if you go a fair way down, it will help you. So I don't need to move the cardstock there. And then I'm going to go at 22, which is there. And this one again is going to go all the way down. So I will need to move that cardstock. Just butt that up against the edge there. Go all the way through. I think I did just come out of my line there. There we go. All the way through, and then you will turn to the right. So by the right, if we're on the overhead, you can see where I've been scoring. I'm just going to do one turn, so we're now landscape way on. And then what you're going to do is score at 11 centimetres, make sure the edge is butted up all the way through the other way. Now remember, you do get full instructions, you don't have to remember all this. Now there's a couple of cuts to do on this one. I need to take out the notch that's on this edge. So it's the smaller piece that you can see. You can see the sections in between. So it's the smaller of the sections in between the score lines. Just take that out all together. Not going quite far enough with the scissors, or how that'll do. And then you also cut the next piece, but you don't take that away. So I'm just cutting up through that line. And that is going to give me my little flaps at the bottom there. So obviously again, use your Teflon tools if you've got them. Make sure you score all the lines. I'm not going to do all this now because I've got one prepped. You're going to add your tape as well, and if I bring one in that I did earlier, did I put the tape on this one? Yes, I did. You can see you've got your tape on your cardstock there. Now I'm beginning to wonder if I've actually stuck that on the wrong side, but never mind. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to burnish down again. Let me move that off because it's a little bit in my way. If I have got the tape on the wrong side, I do apologise. We'll soon find out, won't we? I don't think I have actually. Right, so again, I should have left that tape on and showed you how to do it in different, without taking it all off in one go. But I'm just going to butt up there like that, so that's nicely down. And hopefully if I've done it right, yes, as I fold that over and go the other way, that's going to meet up perfectly. Probably not the best colour choice to show you on the camera actually, this, because it's very dark. I'm just going to do it because I love it so much. This shrug that I'm wearing was on the wool shop. The wool shop, the lead show, it's coming up, I believe, after this one. Coming up next, watch out for it. It's absolutely lovely. There's all sorts of lovely projects on there and products on there. So what we've got there, you can see now, because I've got my tape together using the red liner, because I've scored down those sides again, you can see where that will fold flat if you want to put a ribbon at the top. But of course you've also got those flaps at the bottom which are going to fold in on themselves, which really does make a very sturdy bottom. Because there's 4 layers all together there, obviously you will secure that Again, you can then put a little hole in the top there, tie some ribbon in there, make a gift tag to match. Look at the depth that you've got. This is from 2 pieces of A3. If you think what you would pay to get a really nice bottle bag, and then you've got spare bits that you can use, and obviously the die cuts, the embossed pieces, all from the cardstock, using your 2D folders, as I say, your die cut pieces. I'm just dragging anything in I can find now. Look, just look at that. The blue and the gold look nice, don't they? Does that go that way? Does that work? Oh, look at that. Nice little bow on the top there as well. Personalised. Cut with your die cutting machines, your electric machines, emboss it, alcohol inks, score it, do whatever you like. This is the launch show. So sorry Karen couldn't be with you, but it was nice to hear her voice. She will be back soon, I hope. Stay with us, much more to come.